I'm Hannah Marie, and I'm playing Samantha Thatcher, the Spooky.
Hello, my name is Jimmy, and I'll be playing Christopher Watson, the Expert.
Hi, I'm Stabbykinz, and I'll be playing Callum Reyland, the Spellslinger.
Hello, everyone. I'm Grizz, and I'll be your keeper for this evening as we wrap up this tale of these three hunters in Willoughby Falls. When we last left off, over the previous day, the hunters had encountered many trials and tribulations and uncovered a grand conspiracy surrounding the original founders of Willoughby Falls and a deal they made with an elder dragon. Through an act of extreme betrayal, they sealed the dragon underneath the town of Willoughby Falls, and it were laid there for about 100 years before being released by one of the descendants of one of the founders. We come to now as the hunters try to handle that dragon and prevent it from laying waste to the entire township. If they fail in this plan, the dragon will just lay waste to the entire township. So their only way to succeed here is by helping this dragon become mayor of Willoughby Falls. And for all intents and purposes, these three individuals aren't political experts by any means, but they did everything they could with the small knowledge they had of how to get somebody elected. Callum made posters. Christopher got all the legal work done, and Samantha did everything she could to try to lay the groundwork for a solid speech. And the only real plan they had to get this dragon out in the open was by interrupting the active Mayor Wiggins, as he began his speech to say he was running for mayor for the third time. We last left off with the players actively interrupt, much to the anger of Magma, the Crossroads demon, who clearly had been working with the mayor, and we're not sure how or why, but that's kind of where we left off. Hello, players.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Everything's
Good.
wonderful.
Yeah, everyone doing pretty good?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. The exact moment we left off was after Callum began a solid guitar solo, magically empowering his amp into the crowd as a power ballad blast. Softly, also in the background, is a nice, quiet, lively, soft rock theme that Christopher had asked a couple of teenagers trying to support Mayor Wiggins, but he convinced them otherwise, that started playing to the speakers as well. And when we last left off, the dragon, whose human name I'm completely forgetting right now.
Elizabeth King.
Elizabeth King, thank you. Somewhere in these notes, was going to start taking the stage. But before you could start leading her up there, and as the music truly got underway, you all felt the eyes of Magma upon you. So, in this brief pause of everything that's going on, I ask you, the hunters, what is your next point of action as time is frozen? Because it is very clear to one of you whose eyes these are and where this wrath is coming from. The other two of you have recognized this feeling of eyes on you, but you're not sure whose or what they are. But there is a air of pure malice washing over you. So what would you like to do?
Okay. What I would like to do and what I should do are probably two different things. So I know that there are eyes on me.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to identify where that look is coming from and what it might be?
it's, how do I put this? More like an aura rather than a look. It's like someone's looking down from above you.
Yeah, my course of action still stands.
Yeah, give it a shot. Roll to investigate a mystery.
That's a success.
Yeah, so you recognize Magma's aura, but you can't see where he is currently. He's not on the stage anymore. You see Elizabeth King walking towards the stage, and Reuben Wiggins is on the stage. The person who was beside him is no longer there. But this is definitely Magma's vibe. You've never had him angry at you, truly, but...
Shit. And I grab the boys and I'm like, guys, we've got a problem.
Well, I don't think Callum's anywhere near you.
Oh, well, then I'll just grab the one boy.
Well, I'm asking clarification because I have no idea where he is.
Well, I think he was closer to the stage, if I recall correctly.
I don't know. Where do you think he is? Did he just like walk up with the amp and start playing directly in front of it? Did he?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll pull Christopher aside and just, I think we have a problem.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean, yeah?
I know I'm agreeing with you that we might have a problem.
What's the problem that you're detecting, Christopher?
I feel like we might have made Magma mad.
Magma's here? You knew this?
First, that was the leg thing.
But I thought he just blipped away. Okay. Communication skills will improve if we don't die. Why is he here?
I mean, he was up there with the mayor.
Why'd he take your leg then, I guess?
Oh, because we're just like, uh-oh. Now
How
he's
did he piss you off? Or how did you piss him off?
Apparently, I think he found out, and he's not happy about this.
Oh my goodness. This is a mess. I have no idea what's happening. I'm going to move a little closer to the stage and try and keep my eyes peeled, and I guess I will try to keep up whatever awareness I can, so I can try and do some magic at a last minute if Magma tries to pull stuff. But as we have established, he is extremely powerful and he can kind of do whatever he wants. So I'm trying to find power in the powerless here.
No, you're good. Okay, before I say anything, because Callum's actively playing, Christopher.
Yes.
What are you gonna do?
I'm just
because of the three of you, given you're the expert, you would know how to handle a crossroads demon.
Yes.
So, what would you like to do?
I would like to let's do it. Can I go ahead and read a bad situation, basically? Because I feel like this is a bad situation we are in.
Sure. Go ahead.
What?
You were in a bad situation? Do it.
All right. But yeah, of course. All right. Okay, so I got 14, so that's a success. So I will ask What are what's the best way out? What is the most vulnerable to me? And are there any other dangers we haven't noticed?
Okay. What's most vulnerable to you? That's you start to understand the situation that you're in, that because of a state of pure panic, Christopher may not have put together, or you didn't put together, that Magma was directly helping the mayor, and that's why he got pissed that you were interfering with the mayor's stuff.
Yep.
So what's most vulnerable to you is actively trying to ruin the mayor's situation. Any dangers you may not have noticed, as you're looking around you, you notice throughout the crowd, as you're looking around, because you got a 14, there's about 10 or so relatively wildly attractive individuals, and you haven't noticed them until now, until you really started looking. That you realize all of them have eyes that are slightly glowing in different shades of like rare gems, like a sparkling amethyst, a beautiful emerald. And you start to look around and realize they have similar eyes to Elizabeth King. Yep. And what was the first question?
Let's see here. I think I have vulnerable, dangers noticed, and what's the best way out of here, just in case if we have to get out? Or the way.
If you had about a pound of salt and a few other pieces of incense, you could form a barrier that things couldn't enter. But you seem to be surrounded by a line. Or as a good way out, start running. If you don't quite literally don't do what you're doing right now, which is fuck with the mayor. Callum.
Yeah.
You also feel this presence, this high malice, and you actually would probably. You rolled high enough that you're not missing chords, but your hands kind of feel like shaky.
Oh boy.
There's something looking at you with a pure feeling of hatred at the moment while you're trying to do this. That's clear why. Because you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes the haters just hate the talent, you know?
No, it feels like something wants to kill you. It's not like just anger.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
That's just him rationalizing. Because he definitely does not want to acknowledge that Magma might be potentially coming after his ass.
So what would you like to do?
Well, okay. Has Elizabeth already is she about to start her thing?
No, she's climbing up the stairs to the stage as we're talking.
Okay. She's
kind of going in slow motion for a second.
Callum is gonna keep playing until she is fully situated and is getting ready to start her speech. Then.
Okay. So, Samantha, are you taking a position just near the stage, or?
I'm going to try and do some spellcraft to prevent anything from getting near Elizabeth.
Just to be clear, if you're doing this near the stage, you are in full view of the entire town.
I feel like I've done weirder things, but you're right. I'm gonna try and circle around the back.
Okay. Just to be clear again, like we said before, this is an open stage in the middle of the green. There are people surrounding the stage.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making it perfectly clear for everybody. Like I did the same thing for Callum.
People have seen Samantha doing weird stuff.
Yeah.
And also at this point, it's people looking at Samantha weird or possibly being murdered by a crossroads demon or ripped apart by dragons.
Okay.
People want to be haters. People can be haters.
What would you like to do?
My goal is to bar a place or portal to a specific person or type of creature. I would like to bar the stage to crossroads demons.
We're going to generalize that to demon.
What? Okay.
Well, it would make it better if it was just demon rather than just crossroads demon.
That's
because he
fair.
can do, he calls himself the crossroads demon, but if you haven't noticed, he hasn't been anywhere near one.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll bar it to demons, or at least
Okay.
I'll attempt. Let's see how this goes.
Absolutely.
That's a success. We're so back.
We're back again.
Okay, so what does it look like?
So people will see Samantha just like chanting and muttering under her breath as she sketches out sigils in the air. You can't see the sigils, but she can kind of see them in her mind's eye. Looks like she's just being weird, but all at once, there's almost like, I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's almost like a buzzing in the air. The amp might kind of screech with a little feedback for a second before it settles down. It's almost like it's that feeling right before lightning is about to strike.
Okay. While that's going, so this is to Jimmy specifically, not Christopher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a speech for Elizabeth?
I do not.
Okay. Do you have an outline of something that you would like her to say? Because I don't have anything written myself, because I kind of thought you would have something.
I'm sorry.
I'm I don't mind freewheeling this as best I can, but I kind of thought there'd be something. Or hope. A little bit.
It's
Yeah.
It is more on the lines of what we were talking about last week about I'm
You're okay. You're okay. I will
Okay.
Okay. So, Elizabeth walks up in her mauve suit. Mayor Wiggins steps aside, but you see a look of pure confusion on his face, and he's looking around at all of his security, kind of gesturing and looking at the crowd, trying to have a fake big smile on his face, going, I don't know what's happening right now. Also, I'm kind of remembering the fact. So who was going to activate a way to get all of those posters down?
that was Samantha,
That was
I believe.
me.
Yep.
Yes.
Got it all rigged up.
When would you have wanted to do that? Because she's on the stage now.
Now! Go! SEAL Team 6!
Got it. I'll also ask this. What would you have liked that to have looked like? Because now she's on the stage and no one knows who she is until you do this. So what does it look like?
Oh, it just rolls down to cover up the mayor's posters.
Okay. Sorry, everyone. I'm trying to figure out what this dragon trying to be mayor would say on a podium while interrupting the active mayor's announcement campaign. It's so weird. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Elizabeth King. Many of you, but I've been a resident in Willoughby Falls for a very, very long time. I have kept my contributions quiet. I have kept my efforts subtle because I usually choose to stay in the background, as it were, for I don't believe that true charity or being a true humanitarian needs to be flaunted in any way. It wasn't until recent moments or recent years that I found the need to truly step out of the shadows, out of the darkness. I felt trapped in my own mind because I believe that I was too frightened of the spotlight. But now, given everything that's happened in recent months, especially with recent murders and a series of incidents surrounding Mayor Wiggins' own investment company that have affected our environment, our children, and our town as a whole, that I feel the need to step up and say I myself am running for mayor. And then she'll continue this speech. While this is happening, because he didn't actually do anything, Christopher.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I'm just going to keep an eye on the crowd, gauging reactions, and keep an eye out for
the entire crowd is completely shocked because they have no idea who this woman is.
Right.
Yeah.
But she's good.
But I guess my question is, do you want to take any preemptive measures because you know there's someone really mad at you?
I think I am going to see if I can just quietly and stealthily try to go ahead and get a salt barrier. We'll see. Let me see if I actually have a salt with me. A pound of salt, if that's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. Roll. I don't remember what the ability is called, but roll me 2d6 to see if you brought a pound of salt with you for some reason.
It's something unusual or rare. Well, you have it on me right now. For whatever reason.
What did you get?
A 12.
Okay, you have a pound of salt for some reason. Roll to act under pressure.
Yep, will do.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Act under pressure. $11.
Okay, as stealthily as you can, you sprinkle a thick layer of salt around you, and I guess you hope it works.
Yep.
All right. So Elizabeth continues the speech, which I'm not going to continue because I'm running out of steam on that. The crowd is. Actually, I'm going to roll 2d6 to see. Actually, did anyone help Christopher with this speech?
I'd say Callum would have.
All right, so roll to aid somebody or roll to help.
Yeah, okay.
Because we're trying to figure out how good this speech is.
Okay, rolling to help out. Oh boy. Well,
what'd you get?
That's a 4.
Got it.
Experience, woo!
Yay!
All right, Jimmy. Because you wrote this in a hurry, and because you didn't actually write this.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna have you roll 2d6 with a -2.
Yep, that's completely fair. Yep.
All you just did do was say anything other than running for mayor, and maybe.
Oh, yep. 7.
Okay.
7. Mix.
As the crowd is moderately intrigued, they are surprised by this stance. No one has really ever got up against Mayor Wiggins in such a way, and deliberately calling out the Wiggins investment group is a bold stroke and a bold move. But the fact that this Elizabeth King clearly has never done public speaking before is also affecting the speech. And there are some posters and people are looking and like gesturing like, oh, I guess she is like being legit and trying to run for mayor. So Callum, she started her speech and she's way into it. Now that you've done playing, what would you like to do?
Okay. Callum is going to for right now, he's gonna link back up with Samantha and start playing some preemptive measures, because that was basically his big thing, and he doesn't know what to do next.
Yeah, Samantha's right by the stage.
She's watching, very concerned.
Okay. Well, what's our next thing? What's our next big move?
Magma's here. And he is pissed at us specifically. More specifically, Christopher. But kind of as a collective, supportive friends, all that jazz, we're kind of in the line of fire.
Oh, shit. I thought I felt his presence. Okay.
I've got the stage warded away from demons, but it doesn't seem like the people are super receptive to her.
Shoot. Okay, there's gotta be something we can do. So wait, does that mean that the mayor has been having deals with Magma this whole time?
Most likely.
Great.
But that's just speculation.
All right. Well, for right now, what can we do to help out Elizabeth, Dragon? How can help Dragon?
How can help Dragon? We didn't establish Grizz. I don't think I can use telepathy with her. You said.
I'll put it this way. Every time you've reached out, it has hurt you. But that's because she was being defensive.
I'm okay with being hurt, I guess. I'll reach out to try and like tap on her mind, and I don't know if that comes as manipulate someone, but she's not a person. That's where it gets dicey.
Yeah, it gets very dicey with that fact. But what are you trying to let her know?
I'm trying to help her with her speech.
I'm going to suggest that maybe adding something while she's talking instead of what she's like, affecting someone while they're trying to public speak is one thing, but maybe if you try to make the speech itself more appealing and not how she's putting it, maybe that'll do something.
I do not know what that means. I will be extremely honest with you that those sounded like the same thing.
Some sparklers, maybe add some more jazzy music, get the crowd hyped up or something like that. Like, you know, make a bigger impact.
Okay, I'll turn to Callum and be like, well, it's your time to shine, buddy. Pyrotechnics.
You know,
do not burn anything down. Property damage off the table.
No promises, but I'll try. All right, let's do this. And yeah, he's gonna use some fucking magic.
I guess I'll try to help him with the fucking magic.
Go ahead.
It's cool, right, to help?
Yeah, by all means.
It's always cool to help your friends.
Wow, unless it's a 5.
Oh, well, all right.
I get experience, yay.
Yeah, you do.
So I'm doing another -1, I'm guessing.
I help.
I'll say it won't be as wow, but you won't get a -1. It'll be like wow instead of whoa kind of the thing.
Okay. You know what?
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay. Here we go. All right. Mixed success. Yeah, I guess I'm just doing one thing that is beyond human limitations. I'm just gonna throw out some wild fucking sparks and flares to add to her speech.
So, okay, what does this look like?
A fireworks, basically.
Coming from where?
From behind her, but not directly behind her because he doesn't want to set anything on fire. But like, it's just like very extremely ostentatious and spectally. Just it looks good.
It looks like it was made by someone who majored in technical theater.
Yeah.
You got to mix with this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you do make fireworks, but they're much higher up in the sky than you probably would have figured. Like you aim, but there's something weird that kind of like tickles you the tips of your fingers, and that's much higher than you thought. Were you trying to spell anything? Were you trying to make it look like anything? Any specific colors?
No, it was just mainly focusing on the colors. And he'll kind of style the colors after the color scheme of her scales, essentially.
Okay. All right, you roll me 2d6 with a -1.
Okay. -6 -1. I don't suppose I can luck that, can I?
What'd you get?
I got a fucking 4.
Okay. The crowd is taken aback by the sudden range of fireworks, but it adds more. I'll say that. I have to do this really weird and making like this overall chart of how well this is affecting the crowd. So it added more. It didn't take anything away. I'll say that. Surrounded by Morton's iodized salt, which she just happened to have on his person. Christopher, what would you like to do?
How close is like a sign, like most likely like one of the people had that were most likely for like, hey, we support the mayor sort of thing?
I'll say for the sake of like 10 feet away.
Okay. I would like to go over and grab that sign.
Mhm.
And if it's on the stick or something, take the stick out and then use the back of the sign. And in Sharpie, I'm going to write on the cue card, focus on what to do, focus on improvement of citizens or something on that lines, basically.
Okay.
And then just put it up here, just so and I'll whistle over, just like cue her in. Reforms, yes, reforms.
Okay. Yeah. She sees you, sees the sign, and makes the adjustment.
Okay.
I'm gonna add that to the chart here. Okay. Do you go back into your little circle of Morton Salt?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Not Morton. I'm sure you have it blessed by somebody.
I would also like to sit down in the circle, actually.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling if a certain someone comes by, I don't want to accidentally fall out of the circle.
Good. There you go. All right. Yeah, and you do see her announcement speech starting to like taper off at the end. All in all, judging by the crowd's reaction by the sudden power ballad, the announcement of someone they have never seen and don't really know, how the speech went overall, and the addition of pyrotechnics and fairly good signs. I would say the success of this announcement goes to, if I put a grade on it, I'd say like a B minus. You have the town's attention, like you, and strong interest at this point. And you see Elizabeth. Thank you, everyone, for your time, and I can't wait to get to know each and every one of you. And please vote for King. And she'll step away from the podium. And gesture Wiggins to take the podium back, and who, by the way, looks shell-shocked at everything she just said. Because I mean, you know, I'm running for mayor. Are you going to vote for this guy who has ruined half of our town? He's just like, who's this? And he doesn't immediately take the podium. He just kind of like looking at the town, kind of with his mouth open a little bit, going, "Oh no."
As Elizabeth is heading off the stage, Samantha is just going to very uncharacteristically loud just be like, "Woo! Yeah! Clap, 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 clap."
Yeah, Callum will like whistle loudly.
I'm just doing black claps.
Yeah, there is some clapping. It's some of it's like kind of enthusiastic, like, yeah, finally someone said it. A little bit. Some of it's like being polite. Some of it's quizzical, like, the fuck, like that kind of laughter. Like, all right, what just happened? But yeah, she starts leaving the stage. Can all of you roll me 2d6?
Will do.
I don't know. Can I? Yes, I will.
Well, all of you should roll me 2d6. Should I? Yeah. Do we have here?
8.
And what'd you get? An 8?
Oh,
Yes, oh no!
All right.
Ooh, snake eyes.
Experience.
No experience here. All right, what did you all get?
Hey, I got an 8.
An 8 and Snake Eyes? Okay.
Yep. Yep. Good old Snake Eyes.
To be fair, you did just lose your leg very recently, so
What?
you're a little shaken.
Oh no, I don't know what this is for. So let's see what happens.
That's okay. I think we got this. We got this. Whatever this is.
So, Elizabeth King walks off the stage and starts going into the crowd. And starts greeting everybody. And this is while Mayor Wiggins is still on the stage, going around going, no. He has kind of a look on his face of, can she do that? Well, of course she can. There's nothing wrong with what she's doing. But he's kind of looking around, and you see him, for the first time, Callum and Samantha. He looks fearful. And you see him kind of like brush himself off. Oh, right. Then he goes back to the podium. Well, like Justice High, that was a shock. And it's nice to have some very honest competition. Thank you all for coming out today. I believe I will have another, he's like staring at her because he's really confused, and you see him still gazing around the crowd, looking around the stage. And the two of you kind of start to realize he's looking for Magma.
Oh!
Magma can't get to the stage right now.
Please leave a message after the election. Beep.
We're really into bullying Magma, and I like that about us as a group.
Aren't we just a bunch of stinkers?
Well, he left when the music started that Callum was playing.
Yep.
But he hasn't approached the stage since, as far as you're aware. Okay. All right. Elizabeth King is in the audience, taking hands and introducing herself. What would you two like to do? And I'm Christopher. You don't pick up on what his emotion is. He just looks like Mayor Wiggins usually does, sort of in control. But I'd say you said you're sitting down?
Yes, because I don't want Magma to be like, hey, I want to have a talk. I'm going to be good in my circle.
Your leg feels numb.
Uh-oh.
You still have your phantom leg. It just feels fuzzy at the moment.
No.
That doesn't feel good. Okay.
I'm not gonna make you roll for your like immediate expert knowledge. You start to realize it's because that is demonic in nature, and you're sitting in a circle of salt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't like it.
I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it, but I'm just such a pain.
So, what would the three of you like to do?
As Mayor Wiggins is like trying to get things back on the rails, I would like to knock them off the rails again and just like go up front, hand up really, really high and just, actually, that's a really good point. What did happen with the nature preserve?
Whoa.
Roll me act under pressure.
Oh,
That's cool. That's an 11, baby. We're so back.
Okay. So as you start to approach the stage, as active under pressure was like, you do say that, and that's clear and fine. You start to notice security coming through the crowd to come get the mayor. And pull him off the stage. And there are other reporters and stuff like that. There is the town radio and stuff like that that do start approaching the stage and look at you quizzically, like, who are you and where are you from and why are you on our beat? And the mayor's just like, I understand you're curious, but I believe it was fully covered a few weeks ago, and there will be no further questions about that. This is not a media session. I will not be answering any questions. Okay. Thank you all for coming out, and have a beautiful rest of your day. And he leaves the podium and starts to leave the stage.
Samantha will make a face and like to the people around her, but loud enough that anyone who wants to hear can hear. She can say, well, I don't think we ever got a straight answer. That's weird, right? And then she just shrugs and walks off. Very, that episode of Doctor Who where it's like, doesn't she look tired?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And I'm keeping my eyes peeled for Magma. I'm ready.
So, Callum. You feel kind of, you're very attuned to the natural elements of the world. And as you're seeing Samantha do all of that, you realize something that's odd about the environment around you. You can see everyone's breath in the air.
Oh.
And as you're looking around, it's kind of overcast, and it wasn't really earlier. You don't really feel cold and heat like other people. But you are more like sensitive to changes in it in a weird way, and you notice it's getting colder.
I should probably investigate a mystery, shouldn't I?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Don't worry, guys. It's just climate change, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right, a full-on success. Let's see, so I get 2. Well, might as well ask first, what happened here? And... you know what? What is being concealed here?
Oh, the answer to both questions is the same. We are in midsummer.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like it's 45 degrees outside. If you didn't know any better, you'd say someone's doing some big whammy magic right now.
That is not fucking great, considering the fact that this is happening. Well, there's still kind of a crowd here, right? Like, I mean, they're just barely getting around to dispersing.
And the thing that's being concealed here, you start to feel it in that same piece of, like, your entity as a magical user. When Magma took your ice powers from you, it feels familiar.
Oh,
like it's you doing it.
Shit. And I tell the intent of it.
No, not at all. It's getting real cold real fast.
Is there anything I can do on my end to counteract it? Whatever the hell is going on with my magic being used here.
It feels like your magic being used. That's why you're sensitive to it. As far as counteracting it, you don't know where it's based or what's happening.
Callum will look over to Samantha. Samantha, I got some bad news here.
Oh, great. We needed more of that. What's up?
Yeah, I think Magma's using my magic to turn this whole frickin' place into another goddamn ice age or something. Don't suppose you have any good way of tracking my magic, do you?
Tracking it?
Yeah.
I didn't put like an air tag on you, Callum. I don't know. I guess I can try.
Christopher.
Yes.
Sitting on the ground. You don't notice it at first because it's been so gradual.
Mm-hmm.
You feel yourself shivering. And as you look around you, there is just the very tiny beginning, only because you're sitting on the grass. Do you notice the grass is starting to frost?
Oh, that's concerning.
As you look around you, other people are starting to shiver as well. Then they don't really notice it because it's like they're starting to. It's like, man, it's cold out here. I mean, everyone's wearing, in their summer clothes and t-shirts and shorts and what have you. So.
Oh, shit. And I'm going to first look around and say, thinking, oh, it's Callum. And I look over at Callum and he's not doing anything. It's like,
I
guys?
will say it is like you've never known Callum to just do that, by the way. I'll say that.
Yeah. No, it's just like one of those things where it's like, oh, come on, Callum, but oh shit, he's not doing this.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just start scanning the crowd and seeing if there's like anyone who in the crowd might be doing this, or if it's just coming from nowhere. So that would be what? That would be what? Investigate?
Well, as an expert, I'll say this for you. You don't see anyone doing any clear signs of magic.
I'm going to look. Callum, Samantha, what's going on?
That's Magma. He's using my magic.
Okay.
And knowing what he took from the other two of us, I'm not excited as to where this is going.
I don't like this either.
Okay, I'm going to try to cast magic to, as Callum suggested, try and pin down the source. If I could. S'il vous plaît.
I'm going to give this to you to speed this along. You don't have to roll. As you're trying to sense where this magic is coming from, it's not unsimilar to that static that you felt when Eleanor was trying to put a blanket "Don't come here" to all dragons. It feels like you're standing in Callum's magic.
Ew. Okay. So I guess moving around, does it get more powerful one direction or another?
No, but you start to understand something probably a little more terrifying than that.
Love that. Love that for me. Lay it on me.
Yeah, it seems to be covering the entire area. Equally.
Like the town
Equally.
green or like the town?
You haven't gone far enough to tell.
Here's a question.
Mhm.
How does the cold seem to be affecting the dragon?
He doesn't seem to have noticed.
Okay, it's the cold never bothered me anyway. Excellent. I don't know if dragons are cold-blooded.
Tune in next week for Are Dragons Cold-Blooded? But while you're trying to figure that, you start to notice another thing. At this point, the sky is fully overcast. And something else happens. that it seems, well, it is just straight up odd. It's snowing. And at this point, everyone in the crowd starts to notice what's going on. As they all look to the side, and you see these big puffy flakes of snow slowly start drifting down. And as they land on you, kind of look at them and like touch it with your finger, and it feels grainy and black, and you realize there's soot mixed in with the snow. And it starts covering gently, but at a pretty steady pace, the town green.
Uh-oh.
No.
What?
Oh no.
Do any of us see like a fire nearby, or?
No, but as you start touching it, Samantha, when it touches you, as you put your hand up to touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's so familiar to you as you're like rubbing it between your hands, and it kind of sinks into your skin a little bit. Oh, that's right.
No.
It feels like my darkness. That's the darkness inside you.
Oh, shit.
I hate doing this, but you know, this is what's happening. All of you roll me 2d6.
Using our powers against us. What the heck?
That's
legal.
a 12, baby.
And
Ooh, nice.
7.
Boys. You all start looking around you. So for Callum and Christopher, this feels familiar to you, but not like, oh, I felt this before. Whenever Samantha's ever gotten really angry or tapped or just seemed to simmer about something underneath the surface, you felt the same vibe coming from her. And as you're looking around, you see people shivering because it's cold, of course. But as this snow lands on them, they seem to shiver even more. And their skin starts to grow paler, if anything.
Okay.
we need to get him out.
Well, with the amount of people that's around right now, Callum's gonna go ahead and start using some fucking magic here.
Sure.
He's gonna try and blanket the area in enough heat to melt the flakes before they now should touch anyone. Oh, very nice.
Can you tell me the number? I'm not.
Sorry, that's a 12.
Okay. Sorry, I have like several things open. I would please let everyone know what the number is. I'd appreciate it. So with the 12, what does it look like, Callum?
She kind of focuses on the gentle warmth of his body, the subtle beat of his heart, and with each kind of rising beat, his body begins to glow a bit brighter and brighter, almost like a lit hearth, as he extends the warmth and intensifies it over the area of the green. And he begins to spread it out and push it outward so that as the flakes try to encroach and land on people, they simply melt mid-flight.
So, with the success of that roll, there is an aura of warmth over the town green. But as you kind of like look up, these flakes don't seem to melt. Rather, they start to collect on top of this aura of heat. They don't settle on anyone, but they slowly start to cover this entire area above you.
Samantha, I think you might need to do something about this darkness. It's not letting me melt the flakes.
If I knew how to handle it, I would have handled it a long time ago, but
It's unique to you. You have to try something.
What could he be using this for? What could you be using this for? What?
I guess I will try to use magic to...
So, before you do anything, I just want to give Christopher a chance to do something.
Yes.
Real quick. So, Christopher.
Yes.
All of these things happening, and you're a relatively smart person. You're a professor. Yep. You're a smart cookie.
Yeah, so just
using something similar to Callum's ice magic, and something similar to the darkness energy inside of Samantha. What did he take from you?
Exactly. That's what I'm just. That's where it's like my lines are like, Christopher is like pulling out a book and just like flipping through. It's like, come on, what was he? What did he take? What did he take? And just linking the two of like ice and this dark, whatever Samantha's darkness is. Yeah. Can I make a roll for like?
There's one other connection, and this is where I'm actually bringing the mystery element back into the thing.
Okay.
Yes, there's one other thing Magma has been doing that you figured out in this session.
Next thing, and the election. Helping the mayor.
Yeah, that's weird. Why would he do that? So, what would you like to roll to try to figure out these connections together? To figure out what he took from you?
I would like to do... Try and look here.
Because this would be an ability of the expert.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do the dark past then, because this is dealing with my past, and like it doesn't necessarily have to be my knowledge of certain things. It could be he took information from one of my hunts or something like that. So I'm going to do dark past.
All right, let me know what you get.
I'll do. That's an 11. So I get to hold. I get to ask you 2 questions.
Sure.
What will be when I dealt with this creature or one of its kind? What did I learn?
Mm-hmm.
And then, in turn, what black magic do I know that could help here?
What are the other questions?
The other questions are, do I know anyone who might be behind this, which is obviously Magma.
Mm-hmm.
And who do I know that can help us right now? And that one is... You know what I'm saying?
There is an answer to that. That doesn't involve Magma. So, yeah. If you want to ask that as well, I will allow it.
I will do that in place of black magic then.
Okay. So, a young Christopher Watson, many years ago, was on a hunt in the depths of the Black Forest. And he came across an entity that he'd never seen before and only read about. That's a demon. And this demon was engaged in nefarious acts. It involved several sacrifices, a couple blood rituals, but it couldn't achieve what it wanted to because it didn't have enough powerful sources to draw enough energy to open up a gate to hell. It didn't want to be up here. It sucks up here. It wanted to go back home. Given everything that you're understanding, Maybe, just off chance, if you make a deal with a powerful enough person in a town, and you have the right amount of sacrifices and enough powerful sources and the right know-how to do so, will be followed and make a great gateway to hell.
Oh, no.
And as far as things or people that could probably help you stop this, there are several in the crowd that just got into town and they're tourists.
Okay. Would have to get out of this circle. Okay. All right. I am going to go ahead and look over Samantha and Callum and be like, okay, I think I know what he's trying to do. I think Mangba's trying to get a portal open.
Portal.
No kidding.
Yes, a portal to hell. Dealt with this sort of thing before, and we're going to have to ask for some help here to stop
So
this.
he's using our abilities and your knowledge in order to do that.
Exactly.
Oh, hells.
Literally. The real
That-
question is, when are we?
Better question is, anyway. Given that, what would the three of you like to do?
They're going to look over. It's like, we need to talk to some dragons here about, or some new recent visitors about stopping this.
Agree.
Wait, the dragons are here?
Yes.
I'm getting caught up on events. What Hannah knows and what Samantha knows are two very different things right now.
That's why I'm laughing, because he didn't have a chance to mention it. But by the way,
Yeah.
that's why I'm laughing.
The dragons. Oh, damn it! Yes, there's some dragons in the crowd here. I didn't have a chance to tell you. I just found that out like 5 minutes ago.
You're gonna talk to the communications professor at the college, and we're gonna get you into some classes.
I don't like her though.
Cannot imagine why.
Okay. So point the way. I don't know who they are.
Look at their eyes, and they're normally gem colored, basically.
Okay, let's go.
So,
Yep, they're heading on over to them.
Here's the question.
Yes.
Just off the cuff, are you going towards the dragons you don't know or the dragon you do?
I would like to go. I would like to go to Elizabeth King. Yes.
Okay,
Good.
okay, just throwing it up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to the dragons I don't know because I'm a social butterfly who likes
And
to
one
make
of them
friends.
he may have fucked.
Really?
Oh no!
oh my god, we gotta find that dragon.
Jimmy, roll me 1d10.
Uh-oh.
No.
All right.
Yeah. What'd you get?
Almost in 6.
The dragon's in the crowd. Yeah, but Elizabeth King officially has stopped greeting people because they're all terrified with what's happening around them, and seems to be looking at the sky and with a look of disgust as you approach.
Sorry to interrupt, but I think we have a situation with a certain friend of ours.
Yeah, she kind of like looks down at the three of you, and her face is relatively like she looks annoyed, if anything, and just goes, Is it magma, yeah?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't how I would go about treating this town, but it is. I do like his artistry.
Can't deny it, but at the same time, it's not going to be good for any of us.
Any of who?
Us, the townsfolk, everyone here. It's going to be bad.
You know, considering the portal to hell that he's opening.
I've been to hell before.
I don't think we're speaking figuratively.
Neither am I.
No.
Okay, so you can either act as like our tour guide or you can help us, not go there.
Oh, I think you misunderstand.
Or are we about to be betrayed?
What's going on?
You see, portals to hell can act in three ways. You can go in, you can go out, or open a tube to allow free travel.
Okay.
If I had to guess, he's letting everything out.
We're splitting hairs at this point. Whether we go to hell or hell comes to us, it'll still be hell. What we really need to do is stop this. What kind of king will you be with no kingdom to rule?
He kind of gives you an amused smile, Samantha, and just kind of goes, if I wish to have another kingdom, I can go and get another kingdom.
Oh, so that's how easy you give up on these then, huh? Kind of figured your dragons had a bit more spine than that.
Is your first action always to goad people into violence?
I mean, hey, it's violence to your first choice. That's on you.
Yes, but your only true effort is usually just agitation rather than negotiation.
It
I mean, I'm just making a point.
in truth, we would still, if we can stop this, you would take all the credit and our deal can still go through. So you helped recruit us, and we would be able. You stopped literal hell raining down on us.
He does owe me at this point. Very well. I had to guess. He looks at you, Christopher.
Mm-hmm.
What did he take from you?
Took my information on this sort of open, dealt with a demon before who wanted to go back, basically.
So he took it from you how to open a portal.
Yep.
Then you should know how to close one.
Yeah, and I need some of your help as well to help close it.
She holds up a finger. Do you remember how to close a portal?
It's been a while, but I believe I do know how to close a portal.
Think about it. And as you actually kind of go back into your memory, and this is what she's getting at, you don't remember.
Don't?
It doesn't feel right.
He took my memory on how to... No, he took my memory on how to close the portal.
Wasn't he supposed to give those things back to us?
Maybe he took a little off the top. Because we didn't stay completely intact, I believe.
That's not how contracts work.
I don't remember. I'm trying to...
If he, by any circumstances, have violated one of his own contracts, then you can prove that. The backlash would be severe.
That's true.
How severe are we talking?
Well, it's not like he's going to die or anything like that, but it would certainly kick him in the ass for a while. That was a term I learned the other day, actually, while listening to everyone in the crowd.
I would know how to close a portal. But I don't.
Oh, let's just see if he gave us a receipt for stealing my dark life force and Callum's ice and your memory. Oh, wait, we didn't get that. How are we supposed to prove it? And who do we prove it to?
Well, it's easy. We just have big professor guy over here try and close the portal. And if he can't, well, for as big of an egghead as this guy is, that's proof enough.
He'll try to argue.
Moreover, if you try to go into his memories, then look at the specific one, and if it's not there, then that means someone took it and didn't give it back.
Samantha?
Are you really going to ask me to do this?
I am.
After all the fuss you made about what happened,
We need this, Samantha. To stop it. I'm willing to let you in. We can argue semantics later, and I will. Yeah. But I'm giving you my permission.
She hesitates and gives him a really hard look. I will do it.
I'm sorry what you're about to see.
If you dare look at me the way that you did, we're going to have a bigger problem. Okay?
And if I do, I have every right to. But I'm just apologizing right now. What you're about to see in my head.
Well, as we found out,
there's some stuff that I've done that you will disapprove of. But I'm willing to let you in to prove this. I reach out my hand.
She will take it and look at Callum. This is going to be in depth. This will be extremely unpleasant, she says, looking at Christopher. You got to keep us out of any line of fire. I'm assuming if Magama figures out what we're trying to do, he's not going to take too kindly to it.
That's no worry. I'm used to these magic scraps by now.
Do what you do best, Callum. Annoy some people to death and sling some spells.
Oh, hell yeah!
No guitar, though.
Oh.
And we shall begin the process.
Roll use magic. You get a +1 because he's willing.
I thought we were going to break.
Oh, no.
With a +1?
Yes.
That's a 12.
Okay. So, you drift into the realm of you drift into his mind. I was going to do something dramatic there, but I didn't want to. Callum.
Yeah.
They both close their eyes and they're just standing there.
All right. Well, he's going to go ahead and set about making a barrier around them in order
if you make that barrier, you're going to drop your heat shield.
Oh, shit. You're right. Fuck. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, spell sling it in is once certain fucking magma comes around. Or his lackeys.
Yeah, as you're scanning the crowd, and most of them have, it has greatly dispersed at this point because everyone's getting the fuck out of there. You do see like 15 or so people of various ages, ethnicities, sizes, and they're all forming like a weird circle around you, and they're all staring in your direction. And you see their eyes are glazed over black.
Howdy there. Sorry, but this is more of a private event. Sure, there's some kind of after party going on elsewhere.
Oh, but I believe I was invited as soon as you started messing around with my plan. You see an older gentleman saying that you don't really recognize, but you know him from seeing at the local co-op. And they start walking towards you.
I'm not sure what you mean. Let's see what spell slinging I can do.
Before you do that, there's a younger woman walking towards you who you used to probably seen around the community college. Whatever they're planning, I think you should stop what they're doing before greater harm in the audience, perhaps. Like these people walking towards you. And you start looking around. These are people that you've just seen around town.
What's the matter, Magma? Forget a receipt or something? Need a little slip up that you're trying to cover up?
I didn't forget anything, but unfortunately you happen to be conversing with someone who knows me very well and knows a lot of my tricks. So, unfortunately, I will need you all to cease and desist what you're doing. And luckily, I have several people who I do have active receipts with that are more than willing to help me.
Well, let's hope that they can keep up then.
Oh? Will you take them out, Callum?
Would making a wall of frost and or ice drop the heat shield that he's currently got going up?
You are trying to shield the entire town green with that heat shield. If you drop that, if you try to do anything else, you're going to drop that.
Shit. Okay.
Because you were trying to cover a space covering about 400 people.
Fuck. Yeah, so all of his magic is basically booked right now. He can't do anything else on that end, right?
The way you phrased it is that you were concentrating on your own warmth of your heartbeat to generate this shield.
Okay.
That takes a lot of concentration because you're trying not to overdo it, and you do have the potential as a spell slinger to incinerate a good amount of people by accident.
Rightio, so magic is not an option in this case. No worries there. In that case, he's just gonna fucking play physical keep away. Anybody that tries to get too close, he's gonna fucking kick him down.
Okay, you've got about 15 people walking at you at a relatively quick speed. How would you like to go about taking them down? Because you do hear Mama's like, please, Callum, show the world how much of a badass you are. Here's Mrs. Widdishins. You know you love the cats, and you do see like an 80-year-old woman like walking towards you with her arms out, trying to grab you.
Well, given the amount of people that there are, he's probably just gonna grab the nearest person and throw them into other people. Specifically trying to knock over the largest like cluster of people that he can and just focus on trying to delay them from getting closer to Chris and Samantha right now.
All right, roll kick some ass.
I am. Kick some ass.
God.
Okay. You know what? It's the finale. I'm gonna go ahead and spend a luck on that. Because I really need them to succeed right now.
Okay. So you throw Mrs. Wittershins into a crowd of a couple of people.
Yep, and T is just gonna focus on like anybody getting close enough. He's gonna grab them, whirl them around, and just throw them into the next crowd. And he's gonna try and keep that up as best as he fucking can.
Okay. My goodness. I love how loyal you are to your friends, but I never thought you'd throw civilians at each other.
That's all right. Not like I'm incinerating them or, causing them to freeze to death.
Christopher.
Yep.
Where is your happy place?
Honestly, I would think it would be a library.
Mm-hmm.
That's has just most likely it's a library that's most likely I have at my house that has a nice homemade wood nice bookshelves and full of tons of books, papers that are scattered across my table, and just a nice couple of chairs in there just to that I like to sit in. And it's whenever I go into this room, it just I can just relax, read, do research, and I'll be fine.
So maybe it's sitting in front of a fireplace with a good book.
Yep.
Samantha.
Hello.
Hello. You find yourself in this library. And you understand and realize that this is the shape of the psyche of Christopher Watson. This is what it looks like.
I'll do a good look around.
And you realize as you look at the spine of all the books, it's by the Dewey Decimal System because he's a nerd.
Hey, I know the Dewey Decimal System.
I do too, and you're a nerd too. But luckily all of it's nonfiction. And all the spines and stuff like that, you see snapshots of like just actual book titles, like First Spelling Bee. A list, an encyclopedia of the relationships of one Christopher Watson spans a few walls.
Well, hell.
They are vast. His first boat ride. Every movie he's ever watched, and VHS. And there's a TV playing them in a separate room. If you want to find the information that he's missing, you're going to have to take a look around.
There's no chance that there's a card catalog, is there?
Would you believe it? There is.
I'm going to look through that card catalog. I will cross-reference hell, comma, demon.
Oddly enough, it's pretty sparse. Only because the actual section, demons aren't, they're around, but there's not a lot of them above ground. So he truly did only interact with maybe one or two demons before Magma. The Magma section, for some reason, is like, all those cards are kind of like gilded with gold and a little shinier than everything else. You don't know why. But there is a section on rituals to open pits to hell.
As I'm looking through this laid out selection of all of Christopher Watson's memories, experience, and knowledge, some of which is forbidden and not known by practically anyone in the world.
Mm-hmm.
That little bit of darkness that like worms its way up through her chest kind of scratches at that need for secrets and the desire for hoarding away knowledge. But then there is a locked door that says no on it. She's so tempted, but she will look at the very peaceful Christopher sitting in front of his little fire and just shake her head really hard and start thumbing through the rituals section.
There is, well, it's unfortunate that you want to leave them alone. There is a large section of crossed out blackened cards that say no stamped on them.
If they look like they are specifically in reference to the thing that I am looking for, I will attempt to figure them out.
You start to understand that that part of his index of his mind is behind that no door.
Well, hell.
Said free access, technically.
I will head over to the door. I will also ignore how extensive the dragon section is because I don't want to know.
It's all leather bound. It's crazy. You open the no door. It's a very, very dimly lit room. Kind of like an old shoe closet, like an old mansion. And there are just boxes upon boxes of books that were never put on shelves. For good reason. But you see one that's recently opened.
I'll go over there, get some of that mind dust off this stuff.
Like blowing it, like Jesus, that's hard. That's
There's
the
just
mind.
subconscious dust mites hanging out.
Yeah, there's a couple spiders just to get her over it. He's very literal. There is a ritual section. And you see a 3-bound binder that you pop open, and it has like photos and diagrams of the ritual and everything that he went through. And there's also the imagery of all the sacrifices and all the things that they saw, that you start to understand why it's locked in this room. He's been monster hunting for some time. But as you're going through that binder, you start to realize that there's no conclusion.
Interesting.
There is a piece of paper on the backside. And you kind of like start flipping through some blank pages. And it's like someone went over it with like a whiteout marker. And as you put your hand over it, it feels wrong.
Magma, 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 breaking the rules. Tisk, tisk, tisk. So, I somehow need to prove that, in fact, this knowledge is gone. But this is all subconscious.
Mm-hmm. Roll me 2d6.
I messed up.
What'd you get?
I typed it wrong. I now have a 7.
Okay. Thinking like a snake eyes, I would have been like, wow, that's rough.
No. I didn't put a space between the R and the 2.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm a monster.
R2.
Yeah.
R2d6.
So you have a dark thought. And the darkness inside you kind of wiggles with glee at the idea that if you want to get this information back, there's a really dark way to go about it. And it's probably going to hurt Christopher.
What's that phrase? Ask for forgiveness rather than permission?
Yeah. But you start to realize it may involve him reliving this memory.
She will pause at that. Because part of her is so angry, remembering that Christopher kept the situation with his leg from them, and there's so much more that he seems to know than he lets on. And she still feels that like very, very childish sting of rejection from how he looked at her when she first used her mind powers in a way that he didn't see as constructive. And now, to reach their aims, she has to be exactly as monstrous as it really seemed like he thought she was.
In order to do this, I will allow you to use you can manipulate him and you'll get a +2 for this. This will be using your telepathy ability. And tapping into your own darkness to force this. If you choose to.
to force it.
Otherwise, he is in the room next door if you want to talk to him about it.
As I said, part of her just wants to do it. She just wants to indulge in that tiny bit of spite that has been simmering and just rip it out with her bare hands and to damn with the consequences. But Christopher was one of the first people to see her use her abilities and not come to immediate conclusions about her. And that was long, long, long before he knew her. So she will gather up the 3-ring binder and walk into the other room and kneel down next to his chair with it in her lap. Hey, Chris.
Christopher,
Yes.
you feel Samantha's presence. It's kind of like similar to meditating next to someone.
Uh-huh.
You can respond.
Sam,
Feels odd.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's more like talking to Sam in a dream.
Oh, you're here. That's
Sorry
weird.
about that.
No, yeah. I'm just okay.
Yeah.
It's like a weird dream. Like it feels like a dream. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah. Hi. How did you get it? No matter. How can I help?
I found what we're looking for.
Oh.
But I need to ask you a favor.
Yeah, wait, of course. What is it?
So, and she tries to think about how to put this to not disturb his consciousness as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
This is a reference book. I know those are supposed to stay in the library, but I really, really need to check it out. It might not feel very good, but it's very important that I take this with me.
No, of course, I understand. May I ask what is of that you're taking?
It's proof that someone took something from you that you deserve back. But you will... It won't just be remembering that thing. You will feel like you are in it again, and it might not be a very good memory. In fact, it will most likely be a very bad and painful memory.
Is it of the crash?
No, it's not the crash. Christopher, I need you to know, I have to take this one way or another, but I would like your permission.
It's not of the crash. It's fine. You're good, Samantha. I trust you.
Oh, that hurt. Ugh. Ouch. Stop it, Grizz.
Yeah.
So many people, so many throws, so many broken bones. Callum, can you keep this going?
He's certainly gonna fucking try.
Yeah, it's been a few minutes at this point, but they keep getting back up.
Oh, this sucks. My boy can't keep up with this for very long. It's taking her so much time.
Callum, many times as it takes. Why are you trying so hard? Do you want this town to keep going? You live on the outskirts anyway.
Shut your trap already. I made my choice. I'm not gonna back down from it.
Why not?
Because I'm better than that.
You don't get anything out of this, Callum.
Yeah? Who cares? The people here do. My friends do. Frankly, that's all that really matters to me at the end of the day. Wanna know why? Because I'm a fucking wizard. I got what I want.
Willing to defend a town full of people that were completely willing to let it burn by dragon fire.
Yeah, well, it wasn't start a few fires by accident and or on purpose. Not like I can really judge them.
Really? What dark past are you hiding?
None of your fucking business. How about you keep throwing those people at me so I can throw them right back?
You don't mind hurting innocents?
That sucks, but it's what I gotta do right now.
Even if I told you that they're fully conscious?
Hey, you're the one who's being a monster here, not me.
You could have stopped at any moment. This is what I do.
Yeah, I doubt you're gonna stop too. So, shut up and keep throwing them already.
Roll to act under pressure.
All right.
Yeah. Basically, we're testing how willing you are to keep throwing these people at other people.
How well you keep throwing one motherfucker?
That rolls off of my cool.
Yeah. He's keeping his cool while trying to act cool.
That is a 10.
Ooh. So you don't crack under pressure. That's good. That's good.
He's locked in right now. He's going the distance.
Samantha,
That's me.
you have permission.
I'm gonna pat Christopher's incorporeal hand and just say, take a deep breath. And I'm going to take the binder and rip.
What are you doing? You broke up for me.
I'm going to take the binder and rip. Pulling it with me.
Pulling it where? I'm confused.
I said with me.
Oh, are you taking the memory of the whole thing with you out?
I believe that was the insinuation.
Okay. Roll me use magic, please.
That is a failure.
Oh,
So I'm going to use luck.
Oh.
Okay.
So that's another 6.
Wait, isn't just luck just another 12?
Oh, I thought it was a reroll. Thank God I've never used luck before.
No, because all you guys ever roll are the things you're good at. Welcome to it.
I've rolled everything. I'm just good at everything. Except being strong.
Yeah, I threw a Drake at you. I know exactly what you guys are good at. Yeah. So, gonna put it this way for you, Christopher.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the way this roll went, and it was a 12, it doesn't hurt. But as both of you come to consciousness, there is a brief moment where you do not feel complete, and you're not sure why.
Yeah.
You understand why, but you're not sure why. It's one of those stupidly esoteric things we won't get into, but it's like it was an important experience for you, and you're done, and now it's gone.
Yep.
Yeah. Samantha, magic is weird. Your hand pulls away from Christopher as you're like opening your eyes. You're holding a binder.
Love magic.
It has a Courage the Cowardly Dog sticker on it.
What the hell? I assume that I will look up and there will be a bunch of people just being absolutely bodied to the ground by Callum.
I think more at this point, they're, and I hate phrasing it like this, they're kind of moving very zombie-like towards Callum.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, they're, as you both come to realize that you are surrounded by innocent civilians that look like they've had people thrown at them.
Samantha's gonna look around and just using her big girl voice, just enough. And she's gonna hold up the binder to Magma. You are in violation of your contract.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. There is no response.
In the agreed upon terms, all that has been taken will be returned upon the completion of 8-hour period. And that period concluded many, many hours ago. You have no right to retain the information you took, nor the abilities you skimmed from our brains like the frickin' parasite you are. You're the one that wrote the contract, sweetheart. Gotta abide by it.
Are the other two of you going to say anything?
I'm just.
Yeah, what she said.
Honestly, there's three of you guys. Anything?
For the support, guys.
I'll be honest. Go ahead. Sorry.
As I point to the bind, I'll move up to Samantha and just, as you could see, the binder that she has is of the memory that you happen to skim across, because I don't remember right now. It's not in my mind. It's weird, but nonetheless, the evidence is right in front of you.
Your magical signature is on these blank pages. It is undeniable. Magma, the Crossroads Demon.
Callum, do you have anything to add?
So why don't you get your ass out here, and we can renegotiate some terms.
Bitch.
Bitch.
And on what grounds are we negotiating?
On the grounds that you violated your contract, buddy. I think we're owed some reparations for the damages that you've caused in lieu of that.
Oh? And what damages are those?
Callum will look between Samantha and Grizz now and let them carry the hot potato.
Well, obviously, with someone in my type of profession, I would know how to close a portal that you're kindly trying to open. And I don't. Because I know you took it. And Samantha here went in and took that evidence and brought it out here to show.
It would be at this point that you hear behind you on the actual stage. I think you misunderstand. To what negotiating terms do you have? And as you turn, you do see Mogba like leaning up against the podium, like arms crossed with like a half-cocky smile on its face.
Here's my terms, Mogma, she says so sweetly as she stalks forward. What you can do is fuck off.
Have them drop all the contacts or contracts in this town.
I think that's implied by fuck off.
I think we should be really specific.
Don't worry.
Yeah. Do you want the information back? My apologies. It must have slipped my mind. There you are, Christopher. And he snaps his fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not all you took. You took his information. You retained.
He just gave it back.
I know.
Okay,
that's not all he took because he's still using my magic and Callum's magic.
Oh, I think you misunderstand. I'm not using your magic anymore. I gave it back.
Demons and devils have a certain hierarchy, correct?
They're kind of apples and oranges in this sense. But, kind of.
You live and die by your contracts.
Yes.
It doesn't matter that you rectified it now. What matters is that you broke it in the moment.
Sam, can you pass me the...
I pass him the binder.
Yep. I look through it and see the information back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Magma, I know you made this portal for bringing out, but I remembered something. There's a way to bring demons in. I'm going to cast magic. I'm going to use magic.
Oh.
I would like to alter the gate to suck Magma in.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Because you said that there's three, because I remember with Elizabeth, there's 3 ways a portal will work.
Yeah.
Out and free way.
That's not the issue. It's the size of the spell that he's casting.
I'm willing
You see
to
what I'm
use
saying?
Yeah, I'm willing to use
Okay.
big magic, and I have a magical laboratory things to use as well. So I'm willing to.
I'm going to say, if you want to use big magic with your own understanding and a very short time frame to make this work, you will be taking harm.
I'm willing to take harm.
Okay. Because there's no prep. You're not really telling anyone what you're doing. You're just going, hey, I've got something in my book, which I am totally cool with, but you will be taking harm depending on how big you want this to be.
I want to get him out. I want Magma to get out of here. So and be back in health.
No, I'm stressing because I don't want to kill Christopher in this action. Okay, that's what I'm trying not to do, Jimmy. All right.
No, I understand.
What do you mean by get him out of here?
Like, have him be sucked into that portal, basically.
Well, I think the thing that Grizz is trying to clarify is if you're trying to seal him back in hell, because if we just toss him in there, there's a strong possibility he can just come back out.
So if so you're trying to stop the big magic altogether and seal him inside.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Make me a use magic roll, please.
Will do. Nine, mixed success.
Okay. Describe how you're going about this, please.
You see Christopher reach into his bag and slips on some old gloves and starts to draw like a symbol in the air that is that's going to be big enough to go ahead and try to push magma out, and at the same time because this is big magic here, I'm trying grabbing out any ingredients I need to go ahead and seal. Once I know magma is out of here, I'm going to try to seal them as well. So it's you just see Christopher's eyes basically also roll back as well as he is making these symbols in the air.
Okay. Because you were willing to take harm, this is using part of your own life force to do this.
Yes.
This is also a spell that a lot of things going your way, because Callum luckily never stopped keeping up that barrier around him.
Right.
So that saved a lot of lives and prevented a lot of sacrifice. The actual interruptive to the speech helps you out a lot here. Can you roll me dark past, please?
Oh dear.
Fuck.
Thank you.
That's a failure.
Cool.
I'm not going to use luck, by the way. I'm just going to let this ride.
And can you roll me 2d6?
Yep, we'll do.
Cool.
That's another 6.
Gotcha. So, while you're focusing these energies and making your sigils, and you feel the components burn up, there's a brief moment where you're watching yourself do all of these actions. And you realize you're looking down at all of it happening. There is a sharp pain in your chest. As you see, as you're looking down, you look up and you see Magma's eyes staring daggers at what you're doing out of his mouth agape, realizing two things: what you're doing and how far you're willing to go. And you see him raising his hands to snap his fingers. Callum, Samantha, you've seen Christopher do a lot of things. You've never really seen him cast magic. And you've certainly never seen him cast anything this quickly before. So you're seeing very practiced actions because he's done it before a very long time ago. And you're kind of seeing him doing it out of the corner of your eye And you also, because your eyes were on Mogma, and you see his eyes go white as raising up 2 fingers to snap them. Before he gets the chance, you kind of see him contort and give like this kind of like spout of surprise as you hear a word in a language that you don't understand. It's deep, it's guttural, and it's ancient. But you feel the presence of someone from now very familiar to you, even if you don't really want it, of Elizabeth King, but in a much more draconic form behind the 3 of you. That sharp pain in your chest, you look down and then you see a large, like, you see it because of where you are right now, but you feel a talon kind of going through you, and you realize it's like the claw of a dragon, but again of a spectral form. And as you look behind you, looking down at this scene, the dragon's staring at you intently. She's keeping you there.
I just nod to her, and I'm just continuing this magic, focusing.
That word in Draconic seems to be doing 2 things. It's giving your spell energy, and it's preventing your soul from leaving your body. And you all watch as Mogma contorts and turns and shiz and shrinks. And you hear this. You feel like it's a scream coming from all around you. You know it's coming from him, but it's so ethereal in nature, it seems to be coming from the town around you. And you realize how much of his own life energy was put into this spell to open this hellgate. Christopher, roll me another 2d6, please.
What?
Thank you.
Well,
I'm done.
hell.
I'm done. I'm fucked.
What did you get?
Second snake eyes of the night.
You can spend a luck if you want.
Not on this, unfortunately. So, Callum, Samantha. Yeah. You see Christopher start to slump while he's doing this casting. But you start to kind of have this idea of what he is doing. This is some real big magic shit, and he's doing it by himself because in much Christopher Watson fashion, right? He didn't communicate any of this to you. So if understanding how much energy actually goes into these spells, I'm going to use the phrase if you would both like, but I'm going to assume you will. Both of you, please roll me use magic to put some of your own energies into this spell, please.
As we're doing that, for a little bit of flavor, what I am going to do is I'm going to take Callum's hand, and then I'm going to go and take Christopher's hand.
Oh, and Callum will link with Christopher's hand.
Triangle of friendship. All right, please roll me use magic with +1.
We're going to run around in a circle and scream.
That is a mixed success.
Mixed success.
Okay. You see, well, from your view, Christopher, your friend's looking hands with you, and you feel invigorated. It feels warm. It feels good. Roll me another 2d6, please.
6.
Where to God, Jimmy?
I'm sorry.
Where is all of this coming from? Okay. I'm gonna make a roll myself.
Go ahead. Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for letting me roll, Jimmy. I appreciate that. All right. Okay. Callum and Samantha, can you roll me 2d6, please?
All right.
That's a 5.
Fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, come on. Oh! That is also a 5.
Our friendship.
Oh. This sucks. What the fuck?
All right.
But to be fair, we're not prepared for this.
No, not at all. But you feel big magic has a lot of flashback, especially if you're not prepared. You're putting more of yourself than you had originally planned to, not because it's not like we're gonna help him out as much as we can, and then you realize the spell he's trying to cast went okay and took a lot more of you than you had originally thought. Both of you, please take a harm.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Gonna make another roll for somebody else. See what happens there. Okay. Okay, so 2 things happen. It stops snowing. It stays cold. It's a little less overcast as you see the sun start coming through the clouds, and magma seems to be forming into this tight ball of energy, but the actual Hellgate seems to still almost be there. So much easier if you did one of the 2 things and not both of them, but he's an overachiever. Christopher, roll me another 2d6.
Come on, Chris.
Come on. You get. Roll that beautiful bead footage.
11.
Yay!
All right. One more roll. Okay. Christopher Watson, you've never had an out-of-body experience until just now, which you'll never be able to truly describe to anyone because you literally were watching yourself do a big magic spell, then realized, oh, that's because my soul left my body. But you hear another word in Draconic as everything goes white for a moment, and then you feel that same warmth, and as you open your eyes, you realize that warmth is your friend's holding your hand. And as the 3 of you look up, Christopher, can you do me a favor?
Yep.
Take 3 harm.
I am unstable.
Holy.
Oh, yeah. You better believe you're unstable. Really happy you got that 11, dude. That's cool. So, yeah. Real happy. So, that ethereal screaming you've all been hearing just goes silent as that ball of black energy that's been slowly forming out of what was magma kind of just folds in on itself, and then you hear another snap of a pair of fingers before it just disappears. You don't feel him anymore.
Oh, is it? Oh, shit. And I'm just gonna, at this point, I will just collapse into both of your guys's
We will catch
arms.
you. We are friends.
Yes.
Oh, God. This is why I don't do magic. Oh, shit.
You can do magic?
Oh.
And you really have been holding out on us.
I can barely feel anything. I think I'll be in the hospital for a bit. Oh, God.
Oh, no, you shouldn't go to the hospital. I whip out my flip phone. Grandma?
Oh.
Takes a few rings. Hello?
Grandma, a lot has happened.
Yeah, it's cold as hell outside. Something happened?
We're gonna be coming in hot.
Well, I'm not in town.
I know, we're gonna come to you, Grandma, we're gonna come to you. Wait, are you home?
I'm in Iowa.
Why are you in Iowa?
Going cherry picking. I'll be back in the evening. Click.
Oh, my Grandma!
Yeah, okay, we should probably get him to like an actual hospital.
Okay, yeah. And Samantha's going to do the unthinkable. She's gonna take Christopher's keys and she's gonna drive.
Anyone?
Now remember, you can't just drop the clutch, okay?
So,
Oh God, is it a manual?
Oh no.
as the three of you turn around to go to the parking lot, you actually get a good look at something that you weren't fully aware of. There's a full life-size dragon behind the three of you. Or there was.
Oh, shit!
Oh.
Samantha's really gonna look and be like, I don't have time for this.
You see her like bow her head low, in an action Christopher's familiar with.
Oh. Hey.
And you hear a thought encroach upon all of your minds gently as to not scare you. Get on.
Oh, thank God I don't have to drive.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really swing that way. Oh, wait, you mean like get on your back? Okay, yeah, I gotcha.
I punch Callum.
Oh, my shoulder!
It would be very
But it is
sore
with
from
love.
throwing around 80-year-old women out their pants.
We'll get Christopher situated on the dragon's back. Insert joke here, insert joke here. We'll do those later.
Insert yet another joke. Yeah. There is a brief flight, and I don't know if Callum's ever flown before. I don't think so.
Nah.
But welcome to Air Dragon,
Oh, God.
subsidiary of Boeing. But luckily you make it to the ground safely. That's not funny. Okay, so yeah, you make it to the hospital. He is white as a sheet. Well, that's never mind. He's paler than normal. He spent a lot of time inside. It's hard to tell. But you make it to the hospital safely.
We'll rush him in and get him situated with a doctor as quickly as we can, and pointedly not answer any questions about the dragon.
You get the impression no one else can see her.
Excellent, then we don't even have to.
Yeah. If anything, y'all just showed up in front of the ER out of thin fucking air.
That's more easily explainable.
And Willoughby Falls, yes. But yeah. To later on that evening after Christopher had some rest. Yeah, you're all just around his hospital bed at this point, I suppose.
Oh man, that hurt.
Yeah, stupidity hurts sometimes.
Yeah, I would know. I heard a lot.
It was the only way I could think of getting Magma off this high horse. Yeah. Couldn't really say, hey, let's do this ritual with it. He does nothing. So yeah. Oh.
You certainly did your whole thing there. That's honestly pretty impressive. Not gonna lie.
Samantha will take Christopher's hand and pat it softly and just, if you ever do something that reckless again, you won't have to worry about the demon killing you because I'll do it. Pat, pat, pat.
Just chuckle at that. Just I kind of figured.
I have 3 people in this world that I love. My grandma, and for whatever cosmic joke the universe has decided to play on me, it's you 2. That's a big deal to me.
Yeah, to me, it's quite the joke.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Well, I know what's gonna happen.
And
In about 20 minutes, Peach is gonna get here. Oh, by the way, I did use your credit card there, Chris.
You're the only one that has a steady stream of income, so that's fair.
That's fair.
Luckily, you're also the one with insurance.
I just groaned. It's like, oh god, my insurance.
I hope your premiums don't go up.
We'll see. Yeah. Oh.
Just try and relax, Christopher. There's gonna be a lot to figure out later.
Yeah. Now you kind of see why I don't do magic.
Yeah, don't think we're not gonna talk about that.
That's most likely. I'll use magic in very, very bad situations, or when I have to. Just sink into the hospital bed even further. Just, So go ahead and get it out. I know you guys have plenty of jokes you want to throw at me right now.
I don't want to keep him there while he's down.
How often were you visiting Bad Dragon after all that stuff?
Oh my god.
I weakly punched Callum in the shoulder.
Ah, damn it, my other shoulder.
Gotta keep it evened out, bud.
Oh, it's the patient.
All right.
You hear from the door.
Oh.
Magic in the hand.
I look at the door.
Callum tries to grab his staff, but both of his shoulders are dislocated at this point. Not from the punching,
How
just from
strong
him.
do you think we are?
No, not from the punching, and just from him having thrown around people for like 10, 20 minutes.
Oh my god.
It's more like 8.
You see that's a different joke. You see Elizabeth King in a doctor's outfit in the doorframe with a small smile on her face.
I'm pretty sure impersonating a doctor is a crime.
Please let them arrest me.
Hello there, Miss King.
That was decidedly the most foolish thing I've ever seen a human do, and I've seen a very... And you know my history.
Yeah, I do a lot of foolish things. Kind of my MO.
How are the other 2 of you?
I'm worried.
Yeah, I'm worried too. Both my shoulders are dislocated, and the peach is gonna be here soon. I'm not even sure how I'm gonna eat it.
I'll try and pop Callum's shoulder back in.
Roll me 2d6 for both shoulders.
Oh god.
Oh no. Oh no.
Just so you'll stop whining about it. A 5 and an 8.
And then here, let's roll 1d4.
We can't ask a
Callum?
doctor to do it. Callum doesn't have insurance.
Callum, what's your dominant hand?
My right.
Okay. Your left arm's a little jinky, but your right's gonna be fine.
Yay! Ah, great, my pizza eating hand.
Thank God that's what you said. Thank God.
Vigorously eating pizza. Never mind. You want a list of jokes? Fuck fucking
No,
dragons.
we'll make the jokes later.
Yeah. So, what are you worried about, Samantha?
I'm worried about the town being under threat like this pretty much every day, because there's a possibility that you're going to waffle and decide, nope, I think everyone deserves to die anyway. We've been through a lot today. And the instability, the unsureness, especially after one of my people almost died, makes me a little upset.
Well, the fact that Dr. Elizabeth King is running for mayor seems to have the entire town quite excited.
Oh, so you're a doctor now.
Yes, I understood how credentials work, and after looking at his efforts, like kind of squints her eyes thinking about it, they're quite easy to fabricate. Also quite easy to suggest massive amounts of people as they wish.
Does have a point.
I'm not used to today's age, but humans are far more easy to bend than they were 100 years ago.
I blame iPads. So what's your plan?
Well, still think Miss King here is going to still be running for mayor, so. And I will.
Well, you have a week to get better. You're my campaign manager.
I'm willing to work from home, so. But I'll definitely help out.
Well, you don't have a choice.
I know I don't. I just. But I feel like if I was given a choice, I would still do it.
Mr. Reyland, Miss Thatcher, Mr. Watson, I'll see you in a few days. He leaves the room.
We might have to do something about that.
One day at a time.
Yeah. One day at a time.
And when's the pizza getting here?
Who ordered the full Clucky's pizza?
Oh, hell yeah!
Christopher, I would like to imagine the last thing the camera sees is Christopher's hand in his head, like. Oh.
And as you smell the wafting scent of 6-month-old burnt grease, a familiar smell in Willoughby Falls, that is where we're going to end this season of The Elder One. Thank you all for joining in, and have a good night.